The Smiling Bride, a forgotten tale. It began with a smile, a beautiful yet false smile. Valerian Nacht was 27 years old when he discovered the abandoned house at the edge of the woods, a place no one dared to enter. The windows were blind with dust, the roof half collapsed. But inside, something lay on the floor, a yellowed photograph. It showed a bride. Her dress was old, her hands gently folded, waiting. But her face, her smile, it was too wide, too perfect, too unnatural. A chill spread through Valerian's chest. And yet, he took the photo with him. That night, he dreamed of her. Darkness, a whisper, right by his ear.
You found me. At last.
When he woke up, the photo lay on his nightstand. But something had changed. The bride was no longer alone. Beside her stood himself. His face frozen in an inhuman smile. A shiver ran down his spine. This couldn't be real. He had to go back to that house. There, everything was silent. Then, the sound. Scratching. Slow. From upstairs. His breath turned shallow. Every fiber in his body screamed for him to run. But he moved forward. The stairs groaned beneath his steps. The door at the end of the hall stood open. And then he saw her. The bride. She stood in the middle of the room, her dress in tatters, her skin deathly pale. But her smile was still there. Then she moved, slow, fluid.
I've waited so long for you.
His mouth felt strange. Icy fingers touched his chest. His body froze. Then he heard himself laugh. His eyes flickered to the mirror, his own face wearing a cruel, foreign smile. The world faded to black. The next morning, workers found the house open. On the floor lay the photograph. The bride was smiling, and beside her stood a man. Valerian Nacht, his face frozen in a horrific, inhuman grin. He was never found. Yet sometimes when the wind moves through the trees, a whisper lingers.
You found me. At last, at last, at last.